Hi guys, it's your girl Eva Storm XOX. It is December the 5th. It's 4:39 p.m. I'm just on my way to the gym. So yesterday I did some workout and I actually went back to the Guildford Anytime Fitness. So the club there is under new ownership there. It's not quite fully finished. For the most part, it has most of the machines. It is missing a few more pieces that are late in delivery. It was kind of lacking some hand grips and some of the pull bar attachments there. But it looks very nice. The layout is now different. I think they did a good job with the renovations there. Definitely need to get the last few equipment in there to kind of make it kind of up to par with the rest of the Anytime Fitnesses. A little disappointing that the price has gotten much more expensive in my opinion. It's now gone up to $34.99, so that's a big jump considering when I was going to the Anytime Fitness, I think I was paying either $24.99 or $25.99, something like that. And so that's a huge jump up from the initial cost that I was paying, now jumping to $34.99. Currently going to New West as my home club, I only paid $29.99. So I just don't see the point. Like, apparently if you start attending the Guildford gym more than your own home gym, it'll automatically switch over and be charged the rate of that club's membership. And I cannot justify spending $34.99 every 2 weeks to go to that location when it's still smaller than most of the other gyms. Yes, it is nice. Yes, it is new. There's some new equipment in there, but so are all the other gyms. They all have new equipment. They're all nice. Some of them are even bigger than Guildford. They do have a promotion on right now for the first 100 people. And I kind of had talked to one of the workers there to check with the owner because I used to be a member of Guildford. And I asked if they would honor their promotional rate for me if my membership were to switch over. And they told me that they cannot do that unless I cancel my current membership with New West, which is crazy because I'm not going to pay $300 to cancel my membership there. But because I'm locked in a 2-year contract, I don't know if they can even change our rate if we're signed in at a $29.99 rate, even if our home club changes, because I've been locked into a rate for 2 years. So I'm curious to see what'll happen if my rate would go up if it does transfer over, because I don't know if it can technically do that. Anywho, I'm not too sure about that, but it was a little disappointing that they couldn't. Regardless, though, it is a little disappointing considering we were good members to the Guildford location. We just had so many issues with the past owner when he was MIA and all those problems that we had with him. And he kind of ruined, the opportunity with our memberships. And now that it's refranchised out to a new owner, I don't think they're willing to help out the past members there. So kind of frustrating, but you know what, there's so many other locations. So I may go to Guildford temporarily a couple times here and there, but it's definitely not going to be my consistent gym. I don't think it'll be one that I'll go to all the time, because I still think compared to, like, if you check out some of these Anytime Fitness and stuff, there are much better locations. And I do really love New West. I mean, it's not as modern as some of the others, but it's still beautiful. It is, a new face of a gym, but definitely, bigger space. It's a nice atmosphere. So I think New West will probably end up staying my home gym, and then Guildford will be like a once in a while. But I do really love exploring all the different locations. So I also go to one on Clayton Heights. I go to one in Fraser Highway. I go to the New West one. I go to Coquitlam. I go to Guildford now. Once in a blue moon, I may try the one in Burquitlam. So I love, seeing different atmospheres, being around different energy. I love kind of checking out different ones, and I find like some gyms are better than others when it comes to certain exercises or certain routines you're planning to do. So I'll base off where I go to what program I'm following. Just something I've found that I really enjoy. Some gyms are better for certain equipment for certain things. So yeah, anyways guys, I'm off to the gym. I'm gonna hit Guildford one more time today. Tomorrow I might try somewhere else, but for today I'm gonna do Guildford. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a bit once I get there. Bye. Lots of love. Hi guys. So it is day 36 of the fight program. It's December the 5th. It's 4:58 p.m. We're gonna hit Guildford Gym again today, and it is chest day. Woohoo! I love doing these. So some good pump in your chest. Bench press, I love that one. So we're gonna go kill it in the gym, guys. So we'll catch you there. Bye.
Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start Monday? How many times have you waited for motivation to show up first? Here's the truth. Motivation is unreliable. Some days it's there, most days it's not. And if motivation were enough, everyone would be in shape. What actually changes lives is discipline. Discipline is doing the work when no one is watching. Discipline is showing up when you're tired, stressed, or doubting yourself. It's choosing progress over comfort again and again. Fitness isn't just about muscles, abs, or numbers on the scale. It's about becoming someone who keeps promises to themselves. Every time you train, you're building trust with yourself. And every time you skip because it's hard, that trust gets weaker. Now, let's talk about pain, because pain is literally part of the process. Pain doesn't mean you're broken. It just means that you're human. There's a difference between hurt and injured. Smart training means listening to your body, adapting and respecting recovery. Because the strongest people in the room aren't the ones who ignore pain. They're the ones who train intelligently and consistently for years. Progress is slow, painfully slow, guys. You won't see results in a week. You might not even see them in a month. But here's what will happen. Your energy will improve, your confidence will grow, and your mindset will sharpen. And one day, you'll catch your reflection and think, whoa, I didn't quit. Fitness teaches patience in a world obsessed with shortcuts. There's no magic program, no perfect diet, no supplement that replaces effort. What works is boring. Reps, sleep, water, consistency, and doing it again tomorrow. Now let me say something important. Comparison will literally kill your progress. Someone will always be stronger, leaner, faster, but they're not you. Your journey is yours. Your injuries, your schedule, your struggles. The only person you're competing with is who you were yesterday. If today you showed up when you didn't want to, you won. If today you trained smarter instead of harder, you won. If today you didn't quit, you won. And those wins add up. Now, fitness doesn't just change bodies. It changes how you walk into a room, how you handle stress, how you face challenges outside the gym. When you lift heavy things, your life feels lighter. You start believing you can handle hard things because every workout proves that you can. There will be days you miss workouts, days you overeat, days you feel like you've fallen off track. That's not failure, that's life. Failure is not getting back up. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Because fitness isn't given, it's built, rep by rep, choice by choice, day by day. And years from now, when you look back, you won't remember the excuses, you'll remember the days you showed up anyway. So let's talk about consistency, because consistency beats intensity every single time. Anyone can go hard for a week, anyone can be motivated after watching a video or hearing a speech, but the people who change their lives are the ones who keep going even when the excitement fades. They train when progress feels invisible. They eat well when no one is holding them accountable. They rest when their ego tells them to push. And that's where the real strength is built, not in the spotlight, but in the quiet, boring, unglamorous days. Those days stack up. And one day, without realizing it, you become the person you once wished you could be. And I want you to understand this. Fitness isn't just about what you do in the gym. It's about who you become because of the gym. You start standing taller, you start speaking with more confidence, you stop running from hard conversations and hard days, because once you've pushed through physical discomfort, mental obstacles don't scare you the same way anymore. The gym becomes training for life. Every set teaches resilience, every failure teaches humility, and every comeback teaches belief. And that belief spills into everything you do. Now, I want you to remember this. The work you put in today is a gift to your future self. There will come a day when you're grateful you didn't quit, grateful you trained through doubt, grateful you chose discipline over comfort. And one day, someone will look at you and ask, how did you do it? And your answer won't be flashy, it'll be simple. I stayed consistent, I didn't give up, I kept showing up. That's how the real transformation happens. So let me ask you something, and don't answer out loud. If nothing changes, if you keep the same habits, the same excuses, and the same routines, where will you be 1 year from now? Same body, same energy, same frustrations. Now, here's the real question. Are you okay with that? Because right now, in this moment, you're standing at a decision point. Not tomorrow, not Monday, but right now. And in just a few minutes, you're going to walk out of here, and most people will go back to doing exactly what they've always done. But a few won't. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you what separates those few. And once you hear it, you won't be able to unhear it. Here's the difference. It's not talent, it's ownership. They stop waiting, they decide this is on me, and everything else changes.